my name is Madison and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all how I set up my iPad for each new semester. I just started the second semester of my sophomore year at CU Boulder. I am an aerospace engineering major and I'm going to show you how I set up my iPad for the new semester. I always feel like there's things that I wish I did every time, and I'm trying to keep track of everything I need to do because I know last semester there were things I didn't do until 3 weeks into class, and I was getting late to class and I was regretting not having things more organized beforehand. So I'm going to show y'all how to set up your iPad and how to make sure you are as organized as possible. Let's go. In order to make sure you are best prepared and organized for your classes, there are a couple of main things I would do right off the bat. And first one is to go ahead and add all of your classes to your Google Calendar. Adding all your classes to your Google Calendar and setting notifications on where the class takes place if you have it in person can just help keep you as organized. I would highly recommend having notifications set 10 to 15 minutes before each class, just in case you lose track of time, end up eating lunch, or on your phone watching TikTok too long, what have you. This way you can stay on top of everything and make sure you're to class on time. I would also recommend adding your Zoom links to your Google Calendar if you have any classes online. This way, if you are running late, you don't have to be scrolling through your Canvas page or your old email to figure out the Zoom link and the password. If you have it all in the description of your little Google Calendar event, you can simply click on it and it'll take you directly to your class. If you have any classes in person, I would highly recommend putting the building number on your calendar. This especially is helpful when you're still getting your schedule figured out. If there's a new building, if you're a freshman, what have you, having this organized can be really helpful when you're in a time crunch, running around campus. Maybe you have a class that's only once a week, so you never remember where it is, that sort of thing. You can easily link the location. Once we have our Google Calendar all set up, I would recommend going through your Notes app. I personally use Notability, but I know some people that use GoodNotes, OneNotes, what have you. Go through and organize all of your classes, add everything to a new category for the semester. You may want to delete all the ones. I know I personally keep all of mine just for safekeeping, especially if it's a class that the material builds on itself. The same thing goes for Google Drive, kind of without explanation. I know I personally love using Google Drive because I can share documents between my computer, my iPad, and my phone. Go through, make a new section or a new folder for the semester. Within that folder, throw in all your classes for the semester, just so you have somewhere to put all of your notes, exams, other resources without them getting messed around and jumbled up on your desktop or just the general folder in your Google Drive. A maybe not so obvious one would be go through your notification settings on your iPad. Go through your settings, figure out the notification settings that you want to have on each app. That way you're not getting distracted, you're not getting disturbed by annoying, unnecessary notifications, and you're only getting the ones that matter. I vividly remember I was in an exam last semester that I was allowed to take on my iPad, and in the middle of my exam, I kid you not, I got about 80 notifications on Slack for a group chat that had almost no purpose. It literally was the random channel. So go through on different apps, figure out what settings you want to have set so you aren't getting the notifications from the unnecessary group chats when you don't need them, if it's just going to be a distraction to you. You can also go through and set time limits. I know I personally easily can get carried away playing games and watching YouTube in between classes. Before I know it, 40 minutes has gone by, and that was supposed to be my yoga time or study time, and then my whole day is just kind of behind the game. Setting time limits on your apps can really just help you stay on track for the day without getting distracted and just keep you organized. I definitely feel almost upset when I waste a lot of time throughout the day and would have preferred to spend that time going on a walk for an hour at the end of the day instead of in little 15-minute segments. So just limiting yourselves on these unnecessary apps or distracting apps can be really useful. Moving on, I find it very helpful to have other sort of study tools and apps downloaded on my iPad at the beginning of the semester. Things like Desmos, which is a graphing program, Quizlet, Khan Academy, can be really useful to have ahead of time rather than when you're in a crunch and need them most. Study apps like Khan Academy and Quizlet can be really useful for vocab terms or just getting extra help on current content or reviewing old material. I last semester took a thermodynamics class in the engineering department, and while there was not an exact thermodynamics engineering course, I did find it very helpful to go through the physics thermodynamics modules on my weak points. These can be very helpful if you are prepping for a last-minute quiz or an exam that you may have forgot about, something along those lines. Getting these extra study sources can be really useful. Desmos, again, is just a lifesaver if my graphing calculator ever dies, and it also has amazing graphics. So I've done multiple projects, like in my differential equations class, where I had to graph certain things in Desmos. Honestly, does a great job graphing differential equations. If any of you need that out there, it is a free app and website. You can graph so many different graphs. They have so many different tools, and it's beautiful graphics, the things you want to download and screenshot and put in your presentations. I will say I do prefer MATLAB over Desmos, but if you are not familiar with MATLAB code or MATLAB programming, Desmos is just a simple, very easy, user-friendly way to graph and get those nice graphics. And last but not least, I would have all of your passwords, password settings updated, and everything easy to access when you need it. I cannot tell you how many times I have been late to something or almost late, and I cannot find my password, whether it's my Zoom password and I have to have my Zoom password in order to access like my recitation or my quiz or something like that. Having all of your passwords saved, memorized, or in some sort of program, make sure it's a safe program, can be really useful if you're running late or just need it in a time crunch. Go through and update your passwords frequently, please. You do not want things getting hacked, stolen, broken into, what have you. So thank you all so much for watching today's video. If y'all enjoyed it, please don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up and subscribe right down below if you have not already. Really appreciate all of your love and support. If you have any more video suggestions or ideas, or just things you'd like to see from me regarding school, working out, productivity, iPads, whatever, I am here for it. I hope you all have an awesome day and a great start to your school year. Peace out. Bye.